Good morning, it's Gary Robinson, and I'm just going to introduce you today to our main horse racing site, horseracingaustralia.info. I remind a professional punter's diary. I put up my latest observations. I'm Gary Robinson, as you can see. That's a book I wrote a couple of years ago, which tells you how to back winning favourites and where to find last start winner form. Also, good news for the weekend. The indications are, if I just click on here, that gives you the whole day. And you can see here that I've had a look at the track conditions. And the good news is that Flemington should be a soft 5 at worst on Saturday, although we never know what the rain will do, but I'm thinking it should be all right. And Rosehill should be a good 4. So having established that we're going to have better going than usual, we should be prepared for a few shocks. And that's the interesting thing. Okay, let's go now to the GTX program. And I'm just going to start with Rosehill Race 7. Now, the interesting thing about Rosehill is we have Private Eye, Marzu. They both ran second and third in the Everest, and Lost and Running was scratched for that race, but would have been probably the second favourite and his first favourite here. So the interesting thing, you can see up here, you've got the three of them there, you know, they've got a clear break on the field. Private Eye should win it. I think he's going to improve on the better going you can get, the better he'll go. There you are. You can see the Rodini, we had a smart one, Eduardo, that are there, and Marzu and Private Eye a little bit further. So those three are still going to be right in the running coming around the turn. You looked at the barrier draw here. So Private Eye has the 12, but that's not going to matter too much over the 1300. I have applied a penalty, but it still comes up on top. Marzu's from barrier 1. Well, you can't get a better barrier draw than that, especially Rosehill. Lost and Running is 5. So definitely in the running. Do you like that little pun? Okay, looking at race 8. This is the Golden Eagle, worth a hell of a lot of money. I'm not all that excited, by the way. Let me just go back to let's go back to Rosehill race 7. The reason I want to go back is because you'll find that Private Eye is currently at $5.50, and the number 3 Mars is at $4.40, and the number 7 $2.70. Anyway, you will be able to look. To be honest, I'm probably just going to back Private Eye, and if I can get money back second or third somewhere, that'll probably do me. I do think it's a much better chance. Well, we reckon it's a $2.80 chance. The other thing is you can try a Dutch bet putting in those two runners, Private Eye and Marzu, and saving your stake on Lost or Running, or you can just quinella those three. You'll go very, very close. Looking at the Golden Eagle, some interesting runners here. Number 1, Overpass. If we have a look at that, has been disappointing lately, but did run a great race here back in January. Ran a 64.5 rating. That was only over the 1200 metres, and going to 1500 is probably the first time. But Rachel King's on board. That's a very good place to be. Drawn barrier 3, and we'll have some sort of chance. And you notice that has been stuck here in the mud its last few runs, and I think the firming and good track will suit it best this time. I wish I win. We always wish we could win. At Sandown was a very good run coming from 9th on the turn, which is very good. It's drawn barrier 13. That's a disadvantage, of course, but it does usually get back now. Our last start then coming from Caulfield to be 11th on the turn and only been beaten 1.3 lengths behind Tuvalu. That was a Group 1. I don't actually think this race is equivalent of a Group 1, so that's pretty good there. Okay, and the third horse is Chain of Lightning and Lady of Honour, both chances in there. Lady of Honour is predicted to be a big price, but Overpass is $19. I wish I win 11. And number 16, which is Chain of Lightning, and I'll just have a look at this horse. 6 wins from 7 starts. You've got to give it a good hope, and it's going to race on a good track. Well, its first 2 runs are on good tracks, so no trouble with those. Matter of fact, I think it's probably better off on the good track. And barrier 2, you're not going to get a better one than that. So at $19, $11 and $5.50, that's a massive benefit for a Dutch bet. You're only outlaying about 40%. So if you outlaid $40, you'll get $100 back. providing one of them wins. If you take best of the best at Rod Cleary's VicBet, you'll do quite well. Now moving over to Flemimgton, and this is the Group 1 Victoria Derby. Not always won by horses that do fabulous after this, but however, you can't go past Mr. Maestro, who has had 3 wins in a row. And the interesting thing is, won on a heavy track at Flemimgton, then ran on a good track at Flemimgton, and then even won on the Caulfield track when it was a slow 7. So barrier 17 is not great, coming from the 2,500 metre area at Flemimgton, but as you can see, has got some pace and should probably get over. So not too wide at the first turn, and that's going to be the big thing, getting in there and doing well. If we look at the next horse, which is Grand Piero, we tipped this one on Geelong Cup Day. It was a fabulous run. I never had any trouble winning, even though it was slowly away. It was on a good track today. It'll be on a good track, well, maybe a soft 5 at worst, but probably a good 4 on Saturday. They really look after the Flemington track. And Mark Zara takes a set from barrier 15, also disadvantaged, but does not generally race on the pace, but should be able to get over with Mark Zara on board. So that's the 3 races for you. So I do wish you all the best of luck with those. Thanks for having a look. And just by the way, just going back here, you'll notice if you want to join VicBet and get best of the best on every single race every single day, the only exclusion is Tasmania, so all mainland races. That's VicBet, and you'll get a huge bonus in there simply because of the fact you're going to get better odds in virtually every race every day. Okay, good luck, and I have to say thanks for watching just again.